Efecto óptico. From a rattlesnake coming down from the top to the bottom of the building. De una serpiente de cascabel descendiendo de la cima hacia el fondo del templo. Produced by light and shadow triangles visual effect. Un efecto óptico de triángulos de luz y sombra. Something they got. Algo que lograron. 500 years before the Spaniards arrived here. 500 años antes de la llegada de los españoles. When in Europe they thought the year, they didn't know actually, the year was round, flattened upside down. They were rebuilding this temple. Cuando en Europa ni siquiera sabían si la tierra era redonda, cuadrada o estaba de cabeza, ellos ya estaban construyendo este edificio. With that visual effect, from their main God coming down, from the top to the bottom of the temple, heaven to the earth. Construyen este edificio con un fenómeno óptico del cuerpo de una serpiente, su dios principal descendiendo de la cima hacia el fondo del templo o del cielo a la tierra. 1000 years ago, hace 1000 años. Mayan make astral cards, los mayas hacen cartas astrales. Predictions about the dates, they calculate predicciones de las fechas que calculan. Based on their knowledge about the stars, basados en su conocimiento de las estrellas, movement of the planet, movimiento de los planetas, and their knowledge y su conocimiento. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, this is the way the Maya people have preserved their heritage during the last 40 years. Esta es la forma en la que los mayas han conservado su legado en los últimos 40 años. Because they don't want it to happen again. No quieren que vuelva a ocurrir. They don't want their legacy get lost again. No quieren que su legado se vuelva a perder. And guess what we found January this year? Adivinen que encontramos en enero de este año. Buried under Uxmal City, a chamber with 1000 books. Enterrada en la ciudad de Uxmal, una cámara con 1000 libros. We have to wait for the archaeologists tell us if the found is right. Tenemos que esperar a que los arqueólogos nos digan si el hallazgo es veraz. Because they have made many founds, han hecho muchos hallazgos apócrifos, fake. People try to become famous, gente que trata de volverse famosa.
The 250 AD. The splendor from 250 AD to 980s. And declining from 980s to 1400s. That's when the Mayan culture collapsed. Reasons are not yet clear. It's a mystery. No evidence of why and how they collapsed. Okay? Only working class survived without writing. High and middle class people vanished. Understand? So, no writing. Working class spoke a common language without writing. That's why all this knowledge got lost. And then jungle overgrew, and roots cracked and pushed the stones. Okay? 10% high class, 20% middle class, 70% working class. Nothing changed. Correcto? 10% have a knowledge of power. High priest, ruler, astronomer, mathematician, architect, engineer, the general, and medicine man. Middle class, musicians, painters, people that carve the stone, people that make pottery, and the army. Both classes lived in the city. By the way, 5 minutes from here, the city. This was religious section. This is where they had the party and worship, nature, wind, rain, corn, fertility, animals, birds, fire, and stars. The parties last more than a day, like my party. And everybody dance and drink balche. It's a religious beverage, a fermentation of corn, honeybee, cocoa bean, and the bark of a tree, which is the drug. They ferment the bark, they drink it to get high and have a communication with the gods. The good stuff. I have some for later. Imagine the party. Everybody dance and drink. Marche. End of the party. Only high class use needles. They cross the needle through tongue, lip, ears, elbows, and knees to bleed and give drops of blood without pain, without beverage. Then they sacrifice animals. And sometimes a person from the working class, but not so often, until 980 AD. That's when one of the groups from central Mexico, there were 5 groups fighting each other, okay? Very aggressive, fighting. Aztec, Toltec, Mixtec, Tlaxcaltec, and Zapotec. The Toltec invade the Maya land at 980s. They brought the culture of killing in a party. That's why the culture declined and collapsed. Got it? Are you following me? So working class got tired of giving and not getting. Tired of working and paying high tribute like now we work and pay taxes. Tired of knowing that knowledge was kept in one class. In the last 200 years, the culture collapsed. Let me show you. To give you an example, all these Mayan cities were rediscovered. Well, some, because there are 12,457 cities. Okay, so some of these cities were rediscovered at 1840s. Jungle. And then in 1923, the federal government started cleaning, taking photos. 1923. Restorations were finished in 1930s. The place was open for the public. People was allowed to climb everywhere. Some people pee in the temples. Others graffiti. Santiago loved Marlene. Others took pieces of paint like souvenir. That's the reason why it's closed since 2006. No more climbing, the only way to preserve. I have photos to show you during the tour. Okay? Are you following me? Mm-hmm. Okay, now, bus 14, bus 32, bus 47, etc., etc. is a time machine. From Cancun to the past. Okay? Forget Cancun. Let's go back to 16,000 years before Christ. That's when people came from. Okay?
Yeah.
Going down.
Wait, can we see?
Going down.
Oh, right here.
It's amazing how the light goes.
It's amazing how they found magnetic north. Okay? And then they plan, design, and build the pyramid to see the snake. How many diamonds of light forms the body? 7 diamonds of light. Which means it's a diamondback rattlesnake. Now what's so special of diamondback rattlesnake? A new skin every 260 days. What's so special for you as a woman? A cycle of 260 days.
That's how long it takes.
Baby.
Babies, bambinos. Got it? 9 months, 260 days. Agriculture cycle, 260 days. Both cycles are based in the moon. Correcto? The lunar cycle. Okay? Now in Maya, a month have 20 days, which are toes and fingers. 13 months of 20 days is a cycle of 260. Are you following me? Solar cycle, how many days in a year?
365.
365. So we need 18 months of 20 days and an extra month of 5 days. Okay, don't forget, 13 months lunar, 19 months solar. And both calendars, day, date, month, match every 52 years. That's a leap year. What we do every 4, the Maya did it once every 52 years. Got it? So they party for a new cycle of 52 years, renewing material things, breaking ceramics, pottery, idols, and building a new temple on top. So there's another pyramid inside. By the way, there are 2 buildings inside, 2 structures. The first one is 600 AD. The second one 800, and the third one, Temple of Kukulkan, 1100. So the party to renew material things, every when? 52 years. Now we party.
Get over here so I can see.
Are you ready to clap? Please don't clap more than 3 times. Remember, the name of the god is Kukulkan. So we need 3 claps. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Yeah. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Do you hear the bird?
Yeah.
The one with the 7 colors, long tail that look like seaweed? It's fantastic. Fantastic how they create the sound. When we get at the ball field, 1 clap, and how many echoes?
1.
7 echoes.
Oh, really?
If you face the main facade and the temple of sacrifices and clap, you hear the bird and the rattle. Okay? The ball field is 175 meters. And from that distance, the king and his guests can talk and hear each other. We're discovering these sounds in the last 25 years. Very symbolic sounds. The bird and rattle. The 7 echoes in the ball field, and the king and his guests can talk and hear each other. It's amazing. These guys were advanced, very advanced. The most advanced civilization at that time in America, and one of the 5 most advanced all over the world. Got it? Egyptians, Greeks, Chinese, Indus, Sumerians, and Mayas were ahead of time. Very advanced. Question is, who brought that knowledge? We don't know. No way to prove it. But there's plenty of evidence, plenty, that these people really advanced in calculation. 0. Mathematics. No 0, no bird. No 0, no bird. No 7 echoes. No 0, no bird and rattle. Understand, amigos? The city. 75,000 people, according to National Geographic. Colorful. 7 colors. Foundation, 400 AD to early 1400s. Chichen Itza was a powerful city, a powerful with army. Now, the Maya land, I repeat, 130,000 square miles. 3. End of the tour, the ball field, then you'll be free to return and walk around. Take more photos. Okay? This way.
The pyramid is on a pyramid.
For 22nd of September. Okay? That's when the sun is at that position and the sunlight crosses in between the corners, forming the first diamond. Going down, forming the 7 diamonds and the snakehead. Okay, it's spectacular. More than 40,000 people come here to see. Crazy day. I take day off. Now, this. Imagine musicians at that time, ancient times, musicians on those stages. End of the party, everybody drunk. My party. End of the party, a victim was sacrificed on that temple. Let's step ahead in the shade. Let me show you. Step in the shade, facing me. Okay. After our third excavation, 60 years ago, that's the excavation, look at the door. That's when archaeologists found that inner temple. Okay, and there are two figures in that inner temple. This figure, known as, we call it messenger, holding a plate on the belly. On the plate they put offerings. Okay? 13 gods worship. 13 messengers were found in Chichen Itza. Months of pregnancy, 13 months. Entrances to religious section, 13 entrances. Spirit cross, 13 levels, east to west. Okay? So 13 is a good number. That for others is bad luck. Got it? The second figure is a jaguar. That means power of duality, life, death. Both are still inside. No way to take it out. Good. Okay? Now, on top of temple of sacrifices, in between both columns, which is a male and a female, there's another figure, messenger. This is the one. Okay? Behind the messenger, a table, altar, where they lay the victim. Again, I repeat, the party, musicians, people dancing, drinking, end of the party. That's when a priest sacrificed a victim. Sometimes a prisoner of war, sometimes a person chosen by the priest from the party, sometimes a volunteer. Sounds crazy, but it was an honor for a volunteer. Okay? That was a way to reach a paradise, which is a place where there's a lot of food, drinks, and no labor. Sounds good, sir? Yes. Food, drinks, no work. Sounds like Cancun. Now, which class, which person volunteers to reach that place? The workers. Got it? You know the best way to manipulate people? Yes, you know. Fear, ignorance, and religion. Correcto? With no offense to religions, but there are two ways to use religion. The right way and a wrong way. So high class, get people busy working, no school. Okay, and religion. That huge space full of trees was a military training field. Do you see the columns? Now let me show you. Please make a circle and use the umbrella for a moment. Let me show you this place. It's like a square. Almost 800 columns forming the square. And that space full of trees was clear. Are you following me? Mm-hmm. The columns had a ceiling. And it was a market. Trading market. There was no buying. Okay? Chichen Itza was the capital city with army. With army. And people had to come here to trade and watch weapons. No currency. Just a trade. He liked my lighter. I like the watch. But I like the watch. You like my lighter. Maybe the cup. The cup. You like my cup? I like the bottle of water. Everybody trading and watching weapons. Chichen Itza is showing us the power. Got it? Like now, any country that have an army, all countries with army shows power, military power in a parade. And that's the idea, to create fear and make you behave. That's control. Correcto? See? All countries do the same. Show you the power in a parade. In your free time, you can take a look at that space. Now, I'm showing you the stage where they celebrate the victory of wars. When they won a war, they cut the head of the leader. Easier to bring one head and not 1,000. Right? So they cut the head of the captain, the leader of that group of warriors. The head was the evidence. They won the war. It's like now in a war. If I win, I take the watch. If you win, you take my photos. Got it? That's a trophy. I won, I take my trophy. I won. You win, you take my photos. Same idea of bringing something. Okay? Let's continue, please. Let's go that way.
We're in the shade, right?
Unfortunately, the last years, we don't have nothing to send something. But believe me, I do have something against a person making a stupid noise in a place like this that is sacred. Chichen Itza is an open museum. Closed or open museum or a library. First rule is what?
Quiet.
Silence. Anyway, let's focus in our business, which is culture, history. I hope I'm not boring you. Really? That means my wife is wrong. How old are you? How about you? What do you think? Listen, first listen to the question. I'm asking this with all respect, okay? How old are you? Oh, excelente.
About 60, yeah. Hey, over here. I'm 60.
Anybody older than 61?
All right.
I feel like it right now. I'm just saying. I hear you.
Another old man back there.
Me?
Yes,
50,
you are.
56.
Old like us.
No, I'm young.
You feel young. You feel young, and that's good to feel young. How about you, sir?
35. 55.
55. Okay, the question is this. When you see an old man like us, we're getting old. We don't feel old. We're happy. Yes. It is good to get old. It's good to be young, but it's also good and important to get old. Correct though? When you see an old person with wrinkles like us, what do you think?
I have a lot to say.
Knowledge, experience, we call it wisdom. Correct though? We never stop learning. Correct though? We grow up learning. We never stop. Later. Okay? I have a surprise to show you later. Now, if you come back next year, that snakehead will be on top of the circle where it belongs. We never stop restoring. We don't rebuild. We don't like rebuilding. In our case, in Mexico, we have enough original stones to restore. You know, rebuilding is different than restoring, correct though? So rebuilding is making a new one. But if we make a new one, it's not original. That's not our case. We have plenty of original stones. It took us almost 4 months to restore those steps. And the surprise I have for you at the end of the tour, the other staircase. 2 years of work. Got it? More steps. Beautiful. Now if you come, please get a little closer. Ladies. Ladies, come a little bit closer. And look in the ceiling. Take off your sunglasses and look in the ceiling. That's original. The colors are original. The ceiling colors. Imagine Chichen Itza. Colorful. Outside and inside. Outside there's no more paint because of wind, rain, and sunlight. But if you take a look inside, there are still a lot of murals in the area. And people graffiti. That's why it's closed. The old man with that medallion. The old man with the medallion. Face. Look at his face. The necklace and the medallion. Turtle shell. The turtle shell means one life. The medallion means knowledge. 0. It's an eye. Base of knowledge are eyes. Observing, learning. Not observing, not learning.
Okay.
Wait, measure a stone, and then we have to see which one matches with another one. Take time, patience. Big puzzle. Big puzzle. More than 30 years. More than 10 years. Pok-tapok. Pok-tapok. It's a potty to plant and a potty to harvest. Play with a rubber ball, like the size of a, let's say, in between baseball, softball. Okay? They use right foot to lift the ball. They use a stick. They use a stick, the right foot to lift the ball. Then the knee, the leg, and hip. Hit the ball with the hip. And Shakira. You saw that game, the movie?
This is probably the end of it here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, this is the team. First player of the team. Okay? Follow me. Seventh player of the team. I repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the captain, 7. But this is the one without head. That's blood. This one, captain of the other team, holding a knife and the head. Okay, so he cut his head. That's blood. His blood turns into snakes. And one of the 7 snakes turns into fruits and flowers. So his blood is paralyzing. Please come a little bit closer this way. Okay, let's make silence. Let me clap. All together. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. Follow my hand. 1, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you hear that? Yes? Let me do it again. Seven players. It's blood. 7 snakes. Diamonds of light forming the body of that rattlesnake. 7 diamonds. That means the game was played twice a year. To plant and harvest. Okay? Calculation. The walls. The height. The distance. Great mathematicians, architects, engineers, plan, design, build, and create sounds. Okay, guys? I'm about to finish. Please follow me that way. I'm about to finish.
Oh, shit. The battery low sign. I got a spare battery in the backpack.
For that. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, you were doing your phone?
Yes.
Oh, okay, but you were doing the camera.
No, I haven't been doing the camera. I've been taking pictures with the camera.
Oh, okay.
What's that smell? The umbrellas?
Yeah,
Is it?
plastic. Steel.
Yeah. It's melting black.
It's the right shape for right now.
Yep.
I'm tired. It was one of us.
Yep. Wheels on the bus.
Cool walks, yeah.